Welcome back to Coins Numismatic Series, where the dirtiest coins often hide the biggest surprises. Today, we are uncovering two Lincoln wheat pennies that many collectors ignore because of their dark color, worn surfaces, and decades of grime. But beneath that layer of dirt could be a coin worth far more than 1 cent. The 1948 wheat penny and the 1949 wheat penny are two fascinating post-war coins with rich historical significance, collectible mint errors, and values that can soar into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars in the right condition. If you have an old jar of brown pennies tucked away at home, this episode could help you discover a hidden treasure. Stay with me as we reveal the history, design, mintage, rare varieties, market values, and collector demand behind these two dirty wheat pennies that every serious coin hunter should inspect closely. 1948 wheat penny. The 1948 wheat penny was struck during a time of tremendous optimism in the United States. World War II was over, factories had returned to civilian production, and American families were embracing a new era of prosperity. Homes were being built across the country, consumer goods were becoming more accessible, and the economy was growing rapidly. The humble 1-cent coin circulated through grocery stores, diners, gas stations, and neighborhood shops, becoming part of everyday life in post-war America. This penny belongs to the famous Lincoln Wheat Cent series, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first regular United States coin to feature the portrait of an actual historical figure. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, whose artistic work remains one of the most recognizable coin designs in American history. On the obverse, the 1948 wheat penny features Lincoln facing to the right. Above his portrait is the inscription, "In God We Trust." To the left is liberty, and to the right appears the date 1948. If the coin was struck in Denver or San Francisco, the mint mark appears directly below the date. The reverse displays two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. Across the top is E pluribus unum. The wheat ears symbolize agricultural abundance and national strength, giving this classic design its enduring nickname, the wheat penny. The 1948 cent was composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. It weighs 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. Freshly struck examples displayed a bright orange-red luster, but most coins found today in circulation are brown or dark chocolate in color. When collectors refer to a dirty coin, they usually mean a coin with natural toning, darkened surfaces, and accumulated residue from decades of circulation and storage. This is extremely common for copper coins. A dirty appearance does not mean the coin is damaged. In fact, many collectors prefer original brown surfaces because they indicate the coin has not been cleaned or altered. The 1948 wheat penny was struck at 3 U.S. mint facilities. Philadelphia Mint produced 317,775,000 coins with no mint mark. Denver Mint struck 172,637,500 coins with a D mint mark. San Francisco Mint produced 64,290,000 coins with an S mint mark. Although these are not rare dates, collector interest remains strong because they are essential components of Lincoln cent collections and because valuable errors and condition rarities can command substantial premiums. In dirty circulated condition, a 1948 Philadelphia cent is typically worth between 3 cents and 25 cents. Coins with stronger details and attractive natural toning often sell for 25 cents to $1. Extremely fine examples can range from $1 to $3. Uncirculated coins become significantly more valuable. Brown mint state examples may bring $5 to $20, while red examples with original luster can sell for $20 to $100 or more, depending on grade. Exceptional examples graded MS-67 red have sold for several $1,000s due to their rarity and pristine preservation. The 1948 D and 1948 S issues can also become highly valuable in top grades. San Francisco coins are especially sought after because of their lower mintage and the challenge of finding sharply struck specimens with full original color. One of the most important features collectors search for is the 1948 double die variety. Genuine double die coins show visible doubling in the date, liberty, or "In God We Trust." Strong examples are scarce and can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Another desirable variety is the repunched mint mark, commonly known as RPM. Because mint marks were punched into the dies by hand, some dies received more than one impression. This created visible traces of a secondary mint mark. Collectors closely examined 1948 D and 1948 S coins for these varieties. Additional mint errors include off-center strikes, clipped planchets, broad strikes, die cracks, cuds, and lamination errors. Copper planchets occasionally developed flaws that caused layers of metal to peel or split. These dramatic errors attract considerable collector interest. A dirty 1948 wheat penny can be especially exciting because dark surfaces may hide a valuable variety. Many collectors have discovered double dies and RPMs on coins that looked ordinary at first glance. A magnifying glass and careful inspection can reveal important details. Condition is one of the most critical factors in determining value. A heavily worn coin with smooth lettering may only be worth a few cents. But if the same date appears with sharp wheat lines, bold lettering, and original surfaces, it becomes far more desirable. Color designation also plays a major role. Brown coins are the most common and affordable. Red-brown coins retain some original luster and command higher prices. Full red examples, with vibrant mint color, are the most valuable and are especially sought after by advanced collectors. Collectors strongly advise against cleaning dirty pennies. Cleaning can remove the original patina and leave hairline scratches or unnatural brightness. Even a common coin often loses collector appeal after being cleaned. Original surfaces are almost always preferred. The 1948 wheat penny captures the spirit of post-war America. It circulated at a time when families were building new lives, purchasing homes, and participating in one of the most dynamic economic expansions in the nation's history. Each surviving coin is a small copper witness to that transformative era. For collectors, the 1948 cent offers everything that makes coin collecting exciting. It is affordable, historically meaningful, widely collected, and filled with opportunities to discover errors and high-grade rarities. Even a dark and dirty example can be an important collectible. If you find a 1948 wheat penny in an old collection, examine it closely. Look for doubled lettering, repunched mint marks, unusual strike characteristics, and strong original detail. That worn brown cent may be far more valuable than it appears. 1949 wheat penny. The 1949 wheat penny continued the proud tradition of the Lincoln cent during a period of remarkable growth in the United States. The country was entering the final year of the 1940s, and optimism was everywhere. Industry was thriving, consumer spending was increasing, and communities across America were expanding. This 1-cent coin passed through millions of hands during a time when a single penny still held meaningful purchasing power. Like all wheat cents of the era, the 1949 issue carries Victor David Brenner's classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln. The obverse design remained unchanged from the original 1909 release. Lincoln faces to the right, with "I in God we trust" above, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 1949 to the right. Denver and San Francisco issues include AD or S mint mark below the date. The reverse features the famous wheat ears flanking 1 cent and United States of America, with E pluribus unum above. This design remained in use until 1958 and is cherished by collectors for its timeless simplicity. The 1949 wheat penny shares the same bronze composition as other Lincoln cents of the period, containing 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. It weighs 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. Dirty 1949 pennies are extremely common. Over time, copper reacts with air and moisture, creating rich brown tones that range from medium chocolate to nearly black. As long as the surfaces remain stable and free from corrosion, collectors often welcome this natural coloration. The 1949 cent was struck in large quantities. The Philadelphia Mint produced 217,775,000 coins with no mint mark. The Denver Mint struck 153,132,000 coins bearing a D mint mark. The San Francisco Mint produced 64,290,000 coins with an S mint mark, making it the lowest mintage issue of the year. In circulated dirty condition, Most 1949 wheat pennies are worth between 3 cents and 25 cents. Coins with strong detail and attractive surfaces may sell for 50 cents to several dollars. San Francisco examples often carry modest premiums because of their lower mintage. Uncirculated values increase substantially. Brown mint state examples may range from $5 to $20. Red-brown coins command stronger prices, while fully red pieces can reach $25 to $150 or more depending on grade and eye appeal. Superb gems certified at the highest grades are genuinely scarce and have sold for several $1,000s at major auctions. This demonstrates how condition rarity can transform a common date coin into a serious numismatic prize. The 1949 series is also known for collectible errors and die varieties. Doubled dies can show extra thickness or separation in the date and lettering. Repunched mint marks on D and S issues are especially popular with Lincoln cent specialists. Other valuable errors include clipped planchets, off-center strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, and lamination defects. Coins with dramatic and visually obvious mint errors often attract strong premiums regardless of their dirty appearance. Collectors searching through old penny jars should pay particular attention to the mint mark area and the inscriptions. A small RPM or double die can make the difference between a common coin and a highly sought-after variety. Original dirty surfaces can enhance authenticity. Advanced collectors frequently prefer naturally toned coins because they show that the coin has not been polished or chemically altered. A deep chocolate brown 1949 cent with crisp detail can be far more desirable than a bright but cleaned example. The 1949 wheat penny also carries historical significance. It circulated during a period when the United States was consolidating its role as a global economic leader. Everyday commerce relied heavily on coins like this one, making it a direct connection to post-war American life. The final years of the Wheat Penny series are especially popular because they are accessible to beginners and still offer opportunities for advanced collectors to pursue top-condition examples and rare varieties. The 1949 issue fits perfectly into this tradition. As with all collectible copper coins, preservation matters. Store the coin in a dry holder and avoid touching the surfaces unnecessarily. Never clean the coin, even if it appears dark or dirty. Natural toning is part of the coin's history and often adds to its appeal. A typical circulated 1949 wheat penny may be worth only a few cents, but examples with strong strikes, original red color, repunched mint marks, doubled dies, or dramatic mint errors can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. That possibility is what keeps collectors searching through old rolls and inherited collections. Every dark penny carries the potential for discovery. What looks like an ordinary 1-cent coin may actually be a rare and valuable survivor. The 1949 wheat penny remains a favorite among collectors because it combines affordability, historical importance, and the thrill of variety hunting. In dirty condition, it may seem humble, but beneath that aged surface lies a fascinating story and the possibility of substantial value. The 1948 and 1949 wheat pennies prove that some of the most exciting coins are the ones that appear the least impressive. Dark surfaces, worn details, and decades of grime do not erase a coin's significance. Instead, they often preserve originality and hide valuable varieties waiting to be discovered. Whether you are a new collector or a seasoned numismatist, these two post-war Lincoln cents deserve a careful second look. The next dirty wheat penny you find could be a small copper coin with a very big story and an even bigger value.